Well, few musicians in Africa enjoy longevity and international fame like Baaba Maal of Senegal. The West African nation is also home to other great artists like Youssou N'Dour. Maal is more than a musician, though. He is also an advocate of human rights and freedom of speech. I caught up with him at a recent performance in Dakar, Senegal. Baaba Maal is still one of the most sought-after musicians, both internationally and locally. Here, strutting his acoustic guitar and belting the high notes he's so famous for at a recent gala in Dakar for media stakeholders. Maal captivated the crowd, bringing some to their feet on the dance floor and even on stage. He says he's worked hard to remain relevant and authentic in the slew of new music genres and musicians.
I open myself to all different type of music, very modern style of music, but also I did keep mixing it before the talking drum, for example, the West African traditional guitar, and also the way of singing this kind of traditional melodies.
The talented Maal is from Podor in northern Senegal. Expected to be a fisherman like his father, he was influenced into music by griot and musician Monsieur Seck, who is blind and also from Podor. Maal, who studied music in Senegal and France, sings in English, French and the Senegalese languages Wolof and Fulani, but mostly Pula, spoken in Podor.
If you want people to appreciate the picture you see in your head, you have to use this kind of language. Because the first people who come to listen to your music is these people that come from your community.
Because of his advocacy for development in Africa, global and social responsibility relating to AIDS and climate change and women's rights, groups like Oxfam and the UNDP appointed him as their representative.
I love to discover the world, discover people, discover how they live and what they want to achieve in their life. And in all of that comes love, comes respect, comes also to share very good opportunities to build a better future. When I travel in the world, I participate in a way to paint the real picture of the continent.
Maal also advocates for freedom of speech and says musicians, like journalists, have a responsibility to their community and audience.
You always, if you are an African musician and you participate to say what you think, it's another way to make politics, you know, but it's in a better way because you are more close to people and you can rise up your voice.
Baaba Maal says governments worldwide should be tolerant of free speech, but he also urges musicians, journalists and anyone with a platform to use that freedom wisely.
We are not here to destroy something. We are not here to fight against someone. We are here just to participate to build a better future, and the leaders should not be afraid to give us the space to make it happen. But we should not abuse on that also.
Maal says Africa has made a lot of progress in many areas, but says there's still room to improve. He puts his trust in women and youth.
The young generation who want to change things in a good way, who are really tired of seeing that people being divided. And the other group of people is women who, since they start to come at the front line and to talk about politics and to be at the front line when it comes to economy, culture, and they rise up their voices, things are changing. I confess it's little by little, but it's rare. And I want to see that coming to be promoted more and more.
Well, Baaba Maal's performance was part of the 5th Annual African Media Leaders Forum in Dakar.